Hello and welcome to another episode of Whatever's Cool, the show where we talk about anything and everything that is cool in the world today. I'm the World Series promoter, Daniel Paul Crow, and on this episode, I've got a package from World Series Wrestling. Now, these are the DVDs from the Phoenix Rising tour. It cost me $60 at the show, and they weren't lying, because I remember the previous shows, I think they said it might be a couple months when they come out. This was literally a couple of weeks, and I'm very excited to see what they look like. Let's open it up and see what we got. Alright, so as you can see, they're from Perth. Perth? Or no, sorry, South Australia. So, alright. Oh, they look exciting. They're all four of them. Alright. Alright. So printing's not too bad. It's fixed up a little bit. So I got all 4 nights. Wow. I can't wait to watch these later. But yeah, the discs look absolutely crisp. So this one is night 1, Adelaide, Adelaide Oval. So on this particular DVD, they've got Trey Miguel versus Mick Moretti. Then it's Tennille Dashwood versus Chelsea Green versus Taya Valkyrie. The next one is Alex Zane versus Buddy Matthews, which sounds like an absolute banger. Then we have, hope I'm saying this right, the Pareja versus the Flipping Machines. Next one is Hammerstone, that's Alexander Hammerstone versus Chris Basso. And then the main event, which is Joey Janela and Johnny Down Under. Now, I've seen highlights of that last match, and I can't wait to watch that one, because there's a bit where a guy's in a wheelchair and Joey Janela is riding right behind him, and they clothesline into Johnny Down Under. So, can't wait for this one. Now, night 2. Now, I do apologise that we haven't got the vlogcast out for the 2 nights we were at these events. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit difficult, but hopefully we'll get that as soon as possible. But here's the first night, which at the time I thought was the best night of my life when it came to going to a wrestling event. So let's just go off with the matches that were on here. So the first match was Eman the Kid versus Alex Zane versus Trey Miguel, which is absolutely fantastic. Alexander Hammerstone versus Flip Gordon, really good match. Shaz McKenzie versus Chelsea Green versus with Matt Cardona. That was a good match as well. The other one, and this is what they've called it a special attraction match, which is Buddy Matthews versus Brian Cage, which was absolutely amazing. This is what I considered the match of the night, which I will mention in the vlogcast. This was Caveman Ugg versus Joey Janela in a no disqualification match. When you watch the vlogcast, you'll understand why I thought that was the match of the night. Then semi-main event was Tennille Dashwood versus Taya Valkyrie. And then the main event was Slex versus Johnny Down Under, which was very exciting. That was a really good night. But the most exciting night I've ever been to when it comes to wrestling was night 2, which is here. Has the first match, which is Adam Brooks versus Alexander Hammerstone. It's funny they don't mention the improv match that was happening on this one, because Adam Brooks got beaten up by Hammerstone and Slex, and then Buddy Matthews came out to save the day, and then it became a tag team match. The next match was Tennille Dashwood versus Shaz McKenzie. That was actually really, really good. Yeah, like it was great to see both of those girls in the ring again. That was one of the best matches of the night. Next one was an open challenge match, which would have been the match of the night, which is Joey Janela versus JXT. It was fantastic. Then there was Alexander versus Trey Miguel, which was a banger too. If you saw the video that we posted on all our socials, that was a great night, and producer Ziggs lost his mind watching that one. Next one was the Natural Classics, which is Tome and Stevie Philippe versus the Flipping Machines, which was really, really good too, very entertaining. And then yeah, this was a really good one too. Chelsea Green with Matt Cardona versus Taya Valkyrie, and it doesn't say it on here, but Johnny Down Under was making an appearance too. That was a great main event. It was good to see a female main event, and just that was a great night. And finally, the night 4, which was Sydney. Now I've only seen bits and pieces of highlights on the World Series Wrestling Instagram page. I haven't actually seen any other footage of it, but the last match is what I've been told is the best. But firstly, the first match on there was Chelsea Green versus Matt Cardona. With Matt Cardona versus Tennille Dashwood. Then it's Alexander Hammerstone versus Jack Bonza. I think, having seen Jax's matches before, that should be a real interesting watch. Then it's Trey Miguel versus Jimmy Townsend. Not sure who Jimmy is, but hopefully it's going to be a banger too. Then it's Joey Janela versus Mick Moretti. If you ever seen Mick perform, that's probably the match I really want to see out of all this reception of the main event. Then the second last match is Shaz McKenzie versus Taya Valkyrie. I do know the outcome of that one. I believe Shazza won that one. So that's going to be a very interesting watch to see. And then finally, it is I thought this was I didn't know this was a 6-man tag. I thought it was just a full-on match. So it's Alex Zane with Robbie Eagles and Matt Diamond versus Johnny Down Under with the Flipping Machines. Damn, I was hoping it was all out war for the World Heavyweight Championship. But okay, so no, it was for the World Heavyweight Championship and the Tag Team Championship. So yeah, but that was really really good looking card. But yeah, these DVDs are absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to watch them later. Gonna have to start with night 1 because I obviously wasn't at that one, but night 2 and night 3 I can kind of miss them for the time being because I was there, and then watch night 4. But World Series Wrestling, this is absolutely amazing. I did buy a couple of your other DVDs. Actually, I might just go get them. Bear with me. Alright, so these were, I believe, $5 each, I think. Wasn't that much, but these are the old ones. Hopefully, World Series Wrestling, if you have a video on demand service, or if you can make a deal where I can get the other nights of these ones, I'll be really good. So I got the International Assault Elite Takeover Perth DVD. This one has Brian Cage versus Bandito, Brandy Rhodes versus Savannah Summers, Walter and Jonah Rock versus Street Gang Hooligans. Then it's Marty Scurll versus Damien Slater. Then it's Brody King versus Marcus Pitt versus Gavin McGavin. Okay. And then the main event, which is Austin Aries versus Flip Gordon. I still haven't watched these yet. I'm going to watch these eventually, but yeah. The International Assault, the Elite Takeover. World Series Wrestling, if there's any way for me to get the other DVDs, please reach out to us. We can be found at whatifitscool@gmail.com. I'd really love to have those on DVD. The other one from that event, I had Melbourne Night 2, which had Bandito versus Stevie Philippe, and Jonah Rock versus Walter. Concrete Davison and Flip Gordon versus Villain Enterprise, which is Marty Scurll and Brody King. Then it's an Impact X Division Championship match. This would have been absolutely amazing. Brian Cage versus Tone Philippe, Adam Brooks, and Robbie Eagles. Then it's Brandy Rose versus Indy Hartwell. Indy, if you're watching, happy birthday for the other day. And then the main event on this one was Austin Aries versus Slex versus Chris Basso. So I missed this that event. I really wish I went. And then we got the International Assault Defend and Destroy DVDs. So I got Melbourne Night 1. This one had Kellyanne versus Indy Hartwell. Then it was Hardcore Triple Threat match, which was Abyss versus Gino Gambino and versus Steve Parker with Erica Reed. Then it was a grudge match between Austin Aries and Slex. Then it was Brian Cage and Adam Brooks with Flip Gordon. It's funny, I would have thought that the Flip Machines would have been doing something there, versus Villain Enterprise, which was Marty Scurll and Brody King. Then it was Jordan Grace versus Joey Ryan. And then the main event on this one, which was Christopher Daniels versus Rob E. Eagles. Sounds like a friggin' good night. And then the last DVD is Sydney Night one, which has the Mexa Bloods versus the Velocities. Then it's Matty Wahlberg versus Joey Ryan. Then Six versus Marty Scurll. Austin Aries versus Abyss. SCU versus the Four Nations. Then it's Kellyanne versus Jordan Grace versus Chaz McKenzie. And then the main event, Brian Cage versus Robbie Eagles. So, yeah, all these DVDs just look absolutely fantastic. And like I said, World Series Wrestling, if you are watching, please reach out. If you can get the other DVDs to complete the set, that'd be really good. I really would like to have night one of the revamped first show that you did in Melbourne. I think that was, I can't remember what year it is. I think it was like 2017 or something. I was at that one, and that was such a good night. I just was strapped for cash. I didn't order the DVD, and I'm kind of regretting it now. So if you guys can reach out, let us know. But yeah, all these DVDs from World Series Wrestling, thank you so much. They're fantastic. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and enable those notifications to stay up to date whenever we post anything. If you can't wait for our next video, make sure to check out our podcast. It is available wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.